My name is Sarah Bianchi, and in the following videos, I will demonstrate my mastery of the 5 AECT standards through artifacts that I created in the M.E.T program at Boise State University. AECT Standard 1 focuses on content knowledge. To show mastery of Standard 1, a candidate must demonstrate knowledge necessary to create, use, assess, and manage the theoretical and practical applications of educational technologies and processes. I will discuss the following EdTech artifacts to show my mastery in Standard 1. The first artifact is my WebQuest for EdTech 502. Using my knowledge of website coding, I created a learning activity for a Spanish 3 class that focuses on healthy living. Students watch an example video of healthy tips, then are tasked with creating their own video. I included plenty of resources to guide students through the process. Using a website format for this activity allows students to navigate the resources at their own pace. Additionally, I include a comprehensive rubric for evaluation and a student reflection activity for closure. Another teacher can implement this activity in their own classroom thanks to the teacher guide. The second artifact is my mini documentary on the Spanish artist Francisco de Goya that I made for EdTech 533. I used Premiere Pro to create the YouTube video for my Spanish class unit on the fine arts. In the past, I have struggled to find high school appropriate videos that aren't too long and don't show nudity. Apparently, I'm not alone in the quest because my video now has over 5,000 views. I hope to make more educational mini documentaries for myself and others in the future. The third artifact is my relative advantage chart for EdTech 541. The chart organizes a variety of Spanish classroom technology tools. I weight each tool's relative advantage and expected outcome in the classroom. The chart is a great resource for myself or other teachers to evaluate which resource is best for a particular learning activity. The final artifact that I will showcase is my response to RFP created for EdTech 505. My request for a proposal was based on a fictional training program. The assignment was a great practice for applying evaluation methods, creating a budget, and assigning job tasks to imaginary employees. Together, the artifacts show that I have met the requirements for Standard 1 content knowledge. AECT Standard 2 focuses on content pedagogy. To show mastery of Standard 2, a candidate must demonstrate effective implementation of educational technologies and processes based on contemporary content and pedagogy. I will showcase the following artifacts to show my mastery of Standard 2. The first artifact is my interactive presentation from EdTech 541. This artifact was created for my Spanish class unit on fine arts. The presentation walks students through how to talk about works of fine art in Spanish. It begins with basic vocabulary, such as colors and adjectives. The later slides challenge students to use complex verbs and sentence structures to give their perspectives and opinions on art. Throughout the presentation, there are interactive activities to keep students engaged, including videos, and a link to a Google form in which students can complete a class survey about some of Picasso's works. The survey could be used as a formative assessment for the teacher. The second artifact is my short-form video from EdTech 533. I used Powtoon for the first time to create a quick review video on the principles of deviance for my sociology class. Students are engaged in this video when I use it in class because it is personalized and short enough to keep their attention. After making this Powtoon, I have actually given my Spanish 3 students the option of creating their own Powtoons as a choice for a review assignment. Students use a high-level cognitive process when they create and teach a video on a learning target. A third artifact is my project map from EdTech 542. I used Coggle to create a map of my project-based learning unit. The technology tool helped me manage my driving question and sub-questions to decide on appropriate activities. Coggle could also be used for students who benefit from visually organizing their projects and thoughts. Together, the artifacts show that I have met the requirements of Standard 2 content pedagogy. AECT Standard 3 focuses on learning environments. To show mastery of Standard 3, a candidate must facilitate learning by creating, using, evaluating, and managing effective learning environments. I will explain the following artifacts to show my mastery of Standard 3. The first artifact is the Content Area Project for Art, Music, and PE that I created in EdTech 541. The dynamic presentation encourages students to observe fine artworks from Latin America, listen to Latin American music, and practice Latin American dances. I used Boise to create the presentation with embedded videos, links, and images. After exploring the presentation, students are tasked with an activity in 3 different content areas. Each activity requires the student to create a product that requires a technology tool. For example, students in art must record and upload a description and critique of a Latin American artwork. While I may not require the activities to be completed by my students, I am excited for them to explore the many interactive resources of the Boise presentation that I created. The second artifact is my final grant application that I wrote for EdTech 551. This semester-long project allowed me to practice establishing ways to maintain technology infrastructure in my classroom environment to improve learning. In the grant, I request funding for a classroom set of laptops and a cart to house them. For the application, I wrote a needs assessment, listed objectives, and showed how the laptops would be used in class. The third artifact is my copyright scavenger hunt that I made for EdTech 502. My Spanish class students create multimedia presentations throughout the year. While I typically tell them the do's and don'ts of posting on YouTube, having them complete a scavenger hunt is a better way for them to learn, for instance, what music they can include in their publicly posted videos. The website design allows them to learn about ethical practices at their own pace. Together, the artifacts show that I meet the requirements of Standard 3 learning environments. AECT Standard 4 focuses on professional knowledge and skills. To show mastery of Standard 4, a candidate designs, develops, implements, and evaluates technology-rich learning environments within a supportive community of practice. I will describe the following artifacts to show mastery of Standard 4. The first artifact is my log from the live PDs and Twitter chats that I attended for EdTech 543. I had never participated in either, and both forms of professional development helped me grow as a collaborative educator. I was able to discuss teaching a foreign language with educators around the globe by using the hashtag LangChat. Twitter chats would be a great option for teachers in rural districts or with limited access to professional development opportunities. One of the live PDs that I attended showcased the uses of discovery education in the classroom. I learned some techniques that I might not have figured out on my own. The second artifact is my evaluation project for EdTech 505. I evaluated a pilot cell phone vault program at my school for the span of a semester. For the project, I designed an evaluation method that included student questionnaires and staff surveys. I had over 200 participants respond. With the data, I concluded that the pilot program met its goals. My school's administration used the evaluation to implement the Phone Vault program school-wide. At the beginning of the year, I presented my findings in front of our entire staff. Additionally, I have taken leadership of the Phone Vault program. My third artifact is the Digital Divide presentation from EdTech 501. This was one of the first assignments I completed in the EdTech program. The Prezi demonstrates my ability to asynchronously collaborate with my peers to create a presentation about problems and solutions related to unequal access to technology in the United States. Together, the artifacts demonstrate my mastery of Standard 4 professional knowledge and skills. AECT Standard 5 focuses on research. To show mastery of Standard 5, a candidate explores, evaluates, synthesizes, and applies methods of inquiry to enhance learning and improve performance. I will showcase the following artifacts to show mastery of Standard 5. The first two artifacts are the annotated bibliography and final synthesis paper that I wrote for EdTech 504. I wrote the bibliography while conducting research for my synthesis paper. The bibliography shows that I have sound practices in researching peer-reviewed articles and citing sources using APA format. Furthermore, I evaluated the relevance of each source to my paper. The final synthesis paper focuses on the role of technology for self-regulation in the K-12 classroom. I used evidence and case studies to support my claim that technology can enhance student self-regulation in a structured environment. My research and the information I gained relates to my school's current shift toward the high-reliability schools model, in which students take ownership and self-regulate their learning with the support of the teacher. The third artifact is my EdTech position paper from EdTech 501. It is a research paper about the ethical implications of student data tracking. In the paper, supported by peer-reviewed sources, I explain why education agencies should use the AECT Code of Professional Ethics when implementing student data tracking systems and software. I believe this is an important topic as schools and districts increasingly keep electronic records on students. The paper demonstrates both my understanding of the AECT Code of Ethics as well as my ability to articulate why they are important. Together, the artifacts show that I have met the requirements of Standard 5 research.